Hello, guitar people. I'm here with a guitar person. There's a bass person switching.
All right.
How much of that switching we will use, we will see, because in the video before, he was extremely inept at it because it's early and he hasn't slept enough. Inept, slept. That rhymes. I'm a songsmith. I'm here with the guitar from a brand whose name I forgot, with the man whose name I don't even know. So this is a very prepared video.
It's great.
Good morning,
Ben.
Ben from Lighthouse Instruments. My first question to Ben from Lighthouse Instruments. Do you make these instruments in the Lighthouse?
Do you know what? I don't. I would like to have a lighthouse at some point, but just now I just have lamps.
So the brand name is representative of your dreams.
Somewhat. Also, the aspect purely from, I think, how things have gone in the past few years especially. People find a lot of solace in music and it seemed quite appropriate.
I like it. It builds a picture in your head of a coast and windy and waves smashing against rocks and ships sinking because he's building guitars instead of manning the lighthouse. So we're here, of course, at the the flag British. Big guitars, British, better British guitars. But it actually says it right on top. If I could read, see, it's a British Boutique Guitar Festival, put on by the Lewis Man and the Mike Man. Mike from CGS, go subscribe to his channel. So we're looking at loads of British builders that I would otherwise never get in my hands, which is kind of cool. And in this case, it's Lighthouse with the Ben Man. Now, you're going to say, Henning, isn't this extremely influenced by a guitar from the Americas? And I think, yes. Will he admit to it? Yes. In front of the camera? Yes.
Yes.
As a young builder, how old are you, like 12, 13?
Almost. I'm thinking about 13 next year, you know.
As a young builder, you start somewhere.
That's pretty much
and
it.
I think Leo Fender copied his instruments from another electric guitar. Wait, no. No. But someone did copy from someone. Get inspired by.
Yeah, totally.
And you will, here's the thing. Does it look like one of those guitars, we're not saying the name? At first glance, yes. But then you put it on your lap, and and I have several of these brands. But it feels extremely different. It feels, even the scale feels a little bit different.
Yep, spot on.
Not necessarily longer scale, but everything maybe moved a little bit to the left with the bridge position. That neck is for men of a much more bigger stature than I am. I am not man enough for this guitar. So let me try to show you guys. Yes. You really do have to. Because otherwise, the camera will not focus.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Because it'll grab the eyes. So it is chunky. It is rather heavy. So we have I'm going to say two-piece. No, two-piece body. Beautiful mahogany. Right there. I block your eyes right there.
Spot on.
And then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-piece neck.
Yep, spot on.
With mahogany and walnut.
Yep.
And then in the middle is something lighter.
Yeah, it's African rosewood.
Okay.
So you get a couple of different variations, and it seems quite hard to track down specifically what species it is. But it's something that just pops a little bit more and still adds the warmth. We
got a massive guitar tit right there.
Yep.
That's what that's called.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, you think you've got the exact phrase there.
And it seems that the headstock is glued on, or you just painted that differently.
Painted differently, yeah. Just have to get, the great grain for that.
Okay. I love the grain that's probably ebony.
Zerakote.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you get a couple of, like McCasser ebony sometimes has that kind of golden infuse through it.
And then I love the surrounds, the black dots, but with the, is that a metal?
Yeah, it's brass.
brass surrounds. I love that. My Nick Johnson has
cool.
the hollow dots.
Yeah.
Totally love that. We got Grover tuners on it. Pickups from someone.
Yeah, from Number 19. So that's Parker's Guitars subsidiary kind of company. So they're here today as well.
What he said. The bridge is that one from Schaller that I fought with and couldn't make work. The Signum. Yeah. Good. Do we have a call tab?
Nope, it's just straight.
I can lift this up.
Yeah, the ones that are quite
I see what's going on here. Let's listen to this thing. So, what's it called? I know, guitar out of wood, but...
Yep. So, these two here are sort of decided to call the Beacon, kind of going with the Lighthouse theme as well as using the grain and the brass, as well as some of the inlay sort of process to kind of emulate that as well. So
the Beacon.
Yeah.
Clever Ben man. The Beacon. That is it's not dumb. It's not as dumb as Adam looks. Wow. So we're going through, don't know if you can see this in any of the cameras, the Engl Ironball SE, which of course gives us IR output and reverb and delay and cleans and drives and all that stuff. So we're going to play some things on the Beacon. You know, you should talk to Ibanez because their guitars are called RGZ, TXV,
codes.
Whittledy bit question mark 74XG dash MTFB.
Blue.
Of output and beautiful brightness to it.
Yeah.
It's not too much.
No. And I think that's from the pickups themselves. When Jake was making them, he uses a couple of different magnets in each rather than sticking with only 2 or 5. He mixes them up to give you the warmth and the clarity, but that little bright hit as well.
Nice. I had some wrong notes there.
Yeah,
guitar,
no, it sounded good.
Guitar comes with wrong notes. Frets in case anyone gives a crap. We push here, we push here. There's no one here, right?
No.
See? Medley!
It's fine.
If you want to learn how to play pedal tone licks, there is a pedal tone lick course coming out on Spectre Digital very soon. This is a shameless plug. You can also learn this. And other little dandies. This sings beautifully. It's sustained. I mean, okay, obviously it's got sustain. You're cheating. You're giving it a tree trunk.
Yeah, it's one of those things that for me personally, I like an older neck, but I like a thicker neck for my hands. I always tend to find that it works well for me. So this guitar has been built for me rather than to sell.
It's not just for me that it's thick. It's that it's rectangular.
Yeah,
it's like it's flat on the back, but then it just grows to the back.
It's the one thing that I think I'm going to experiment and just slice a little bit off and redo aspects of it. But again, you don't know this until you get everything done, you know?
I don't know if you know this brand from the US called PRS.
Never.
And I've got one of the guitars called the Modern Eagle.
Okay.
It's a nice guitar. Yeah. Rosewood neck, and it's pretty chunky, but it's not...
It's not that.
It's rounder.
Yeah. There's tweaks that I need to make to it, I think.
But hey, custom stuff. You go to the shop and then you work on the neck together.
Yeah.
What the kids do, they drop this down and then they go with one finger and they feel like they can play guitar. I don't know. I'm too old for the shit. Can it be a heavy guitar? Yes, it can. It's also a heavy guitar.
Yeah.
Let's go to the other guitar.
Lighter. It's lighter this time. And thinner neck.
Well, obviously because it's coming from a Lighthouse.
Puns are the way of the future.
Absolutely. This one has a beautiful top.
Yeah, so this is something that I've been experimenting with a previous sort of Strat style I made, where rather than using binding, stain things and then kind of get the natural wood coming through as well, just to kind of frame everything. But it's a very similar principle. The fretboard is actually the sister wedge from the same
was wondering
tree,
about
and
that,
that's purely for the show. Same sort of idea as like on the neck. It's quite chunky. It's not as, but the type of wood that we're using is to complement the top. So you've got a maple strip here and a walnut strip, and that one complements the maple and the walnut tops throughout.
Same kind of massive neck though.
Yeah, it's still bigger. So this is kind of going more for, again, it's still probably more of a U sort of baseball bat kind of style.
Maybe it's a Scottish thing there. Those guys are all like, big hunks of men. Well, wait a second. Don't we know this guy who's the opposite of that, Adam? Don't we have a Scottish friend up there?
Oh.
Who's...
He's kind of scientific and loud.
Very scientific. And, but he's not very hunkish.
Big hands though.
Big hands? I don't know.
No.
He's like 5'3".
Yeah, so... So Colin, don't pick up this guitar. It'll kill you. It's borderline too much for me. Am I saying I'm more of a man than Colin? I might. I don't know. We have a Schuller Tremor here.
Mm-hmm.
HSH.
Mm-hmm. So it's two humbucker size P90s.
Oh.
And yeah, so the idea being to kind of go for a very fat Strat sound more than anything else, just to get a little bit of variation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that was just this with my fingers moving. There was no notes.
No notes.
That's got that. It doesn't look like Stratty, but it's got the
Spank.
spank.
Get there. It's not in G, so shut up. Did you get that one?
Smoke on the Sandman?
Smoke on the sand breaking the law. Smoke on the... I don't know. That's how the song should have been. The guy just messed it up in the original recording.
The title's appropriate.
That combination, that guitar and that amp for those leads.
It works. I'm surprised by it.
It works.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sustain, obviously, chunk. But even with the P90s,
Yeah.
we have... But I mean, P90.
Well, this is the thing. So I originally got a number 19. So this is the first commission I asked for these pickups. And the two P90s were originally, I'd asked for the Tony Iommi John Birch-esque kind of things. And he ran with that. Seemed to beef up the neck and make it a little bit warmer, a little bit less output. But I mean, it's still, I think, a 7 or 8 output neck P90. The bridge one, I think, is something like 14K. It's huge. And yeah, it seems to work for quite a lot of things, but I wanted to add the extra middle pickup there just to try and get more of the Strat aspect out there and give you a bit more versatility, which it seems to.
I mean, it sounds really nice. It's got that spank. It has some issues for me, like, you know, the chunkiness.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it feels like in parts, it needs to be refined a bit more.
That's the thing for doing this. This was kind of had the process after Christmas, and it seems to be from there to now, there's not been a chance to kind of go back and then get the leveling sorted out for the finish. And that's,
it feels like the beta version of the guitar at the moment.
Yeah, that's the thing that as soon as I get back to Scotland, it'll be kind of stripping the necks back and doing that again.
But that doesn't mean that we can't show it. And I'm going to say we're done here with the Ben Man from Lighthouse Guitars. Very nice, inspired, but I'm pretty sure that within time he will evolve into his own and make it in the shape of a lighthouse. Done. You know, that's it. That's it. Free for me. Yeah. There you go. Now he's going to make millions and I get nothing. Thanks to Adam for hanging out and switching.
Thanks, Adam.
And we're going to say the thing that we say right about here. Also, there's links to him and his guitars below the video. Thanks to Mike and Lewis for putting on the event. Thanks to the lovely Sarah for making me coffee. And the thing at the end is something about woof, woof, woof. Animals at the end.
It's times like these that show us what we're all about. And will you please be strong enough to sit this out? I'll see you on the other side. There's kisses and rainbows for everyone. The time will come but not tonight. It's why we have to stay 6 feet apart. We're gonna come together. We hold all the cards. We only have to play them right. So do your part, and everything will be alright. It might be hard.